some data we will be using for training, some other data we'll be using for testing. X-train will contain only the questions, Y-train will contain the answers. That's the data that we use for training. And then for test, we will have a data set which contains different kinds of questions and then the corresponding answers. So the steps that we are going to follow in training a model will consist of the following. We want to select a model, something similar to what you do normally if you want to hire a new employee. You have to decide which one you want to hire. And then the second step, after you select the right candidate, then you want to train them, right? And that's the second step. Then you test them after the training, and then finally you want to evaluate their performance. So let's see how we can do that if we want to use the data. So select a model. What we're going to look at here is we can use either, in our example, we will use regression or classification. And then how do we train the model? So we are going to use the training data, which is comprised of X-train and then Y-train, right? And then how do we test the model? So testing the model, we need to provide it only the questions. So in this case, we provide the model only X-test. They do not get, the model does not get to see the answers. So from the X-test, the model will generate predictions. It's similar to the answers that you would normally come up with during the exam. And then after that, what we want to do is evaluate the model. So how do we evaluate it? Well, we will compare the actual answers, which are Y-test, right, with the predictions. So we compare these, and then as a result of that, we get, you know, a performance measurement that we could use called accuracy. It's one of them. It's not the only one, but it's one of the performance measurements that we could use.